Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while since I posted, but I'm so happy to be back and I'm so happy to do this video in particular. It was suggested of one of you guys to look into Aaliyah, as she is one of the best examples of femininity and how to achieve that, and I think this is going to be a really fun video. And one thing I wanted to look at with Aaliyah is just particular things about her that make her so feminine and just makes her a timeless icon, because she's one of those rare examples of female artists that are still popular to this day. I feel like we hear about Aaliyah all the time here, even though it's many years now since she's been gone, and that speaks a lot to the image and the personality and her femininity that is so timeless that we still think about her till this day. So with that all being said, let's dive right into it. So if you're not familiar with Aaliyah, she was a American singer and actress. She's known for many popular songs that are still currently popular and still very well known. But one thing that we can associate Aaliyah with is the name as the princess of R&B. So she is very much associated with that title, rightfully so. And I also think just her persona and her status is one of the things that most people really love and admire about her and makes her so captivating till this day. Even though she passed away a very long time ago now, but her spirit and her energy and just everything she represented is still so prevalent today, and it's so many people are so fascinated by her, very much in the same regard as somebody like Marilyn Monroe, who's been gone for years now but still for some way has this hold on people, and it says a lot about the energy they presented to the world. So what does make Aaliyah this feminine icon? And first of all, one thing I love with Aaliyah, if you go to her interviews or even her songs, the way that she sings, her voice is very soft and it's very smooth. And I love that. And I think it goes back to the whole soft femininity aspect of womanhood. She speaks in a very soft manner. It's very rare that you hear her speaking extremely loud or trying to be this dominant force. Instead, she really taps into her soft feminine side in that way. And I don't think she does that intentionally. I definitely think it's just natural for her to be extremely soft and gentle, and her voice makes you feel so comforted and so welcomed when she speaks. And she's very intelligent and articulate as well when she speaks. So combining having this soft and gentle demeanor in your speech and having a very articulate way of speaking, I think that makes her so feminine and so different from a lot of the female icons that we know. And one thing we always think of when we hear Aaliyah's voice is just how soft it is. You hear all of these beats, kind of, rough beats sometimes in her music, but her voice is so contradictory to that. She just has this super soft and gentle voice that matches that. And that's what makes her this interesting person. Even her style, when you look at it, it is very much a combination of feminine and masculine. And then you hear her voice is so soft. So she is this contradiction all the time. And I think it's beautiful and very feminine. So in her speech, the way her manner is, she's very slow and she takes her time when it comes to, she's not slow, but she takes her time when speaking, and she's never rushed, and she takes her time and makes sure that everything that she says is understood. And I think that also goes to show her confidence, which brings me to her next point, is her quiet confidence. Aaliyah is a performer. Of course, she's going to be out there, but I think also one thing that is different about her and other female icons is that she has this quiet confidence and demeanor. She doesn't need to be all in your face in interviews and etc. in order to make you understand that she's confident. She just is. Whenever she's speaking to anybody, she just seems so sure in herself, and she speaks so soft and gently. She takes her time, and she's always just very calm. And I think all of these things bring this quiet confidence out of her. At least it seems like she has this quiet confidence, and you get so admired by it because she doesn't feel, you don't feel any sense of anxiety when you watch her videos. You don't sense any of that existing in her. Instead, the only thing that exists is this confidence, this self-assurance in herself. She just seems so sure of who she is, which is so admirable because she passed away at a very young age. She was 22. And to imagine that she accomplished so many things and she was just so confident in herself, so sure in herself in such a young age, speaks a lot to her mindset at the time. She, as young as you are at that age, you might not know everything about yourself, but the parts that you do, you're confident in them. You know at least your character, and you know you're a good person, you wish the best for everyone, and you try your best. And having confidence in that makes you extremely attractive to other people, which I think is one of the reasons why so many people were so drawn to Aaliyah naturally, is that quiet confidence. When you see that in somebody, you want more of that, and that's why you get attracted to them and just want to gravitate towards them. And that's exactly what happened to Aaliyah. That's why she was so adored. You were just gravitated towards this energy. So the next thing is, she was a master at balancing strength with vulnerability and being assertive, but also doing it in such a soft way. And one thing I love about Aaliyah is just these contradictions. As I said, now she was strong, but she was also soft. She was assertive, but she was also so sweet and just sincere. And all of these things sound hard to achieve because they're so contradictory. But I think it also speaks to the human side of us. We all have these different aspects of ourselves, whether it is our assertive side or our soft side. But being able to master when is appropriate when is such a attractive thing, and it's also going to get you further in a lot of positions in life. And Aaliyah was amazing at this. She knew when to speak for herself, and she knew that when it wasn't worth using her time on something. She was also soft, but she also made sure that her points came across. So having these multiple sides of yourself and being able to really tap into them when they're appropriate is really going to benefit you in so many ways in life. So never put yourself in just this one box that, oh, I'm only this soft person. No, you can be soft but also assertive. Don't think it's just this a way of being soft is just one certain way. There isn't. You can also be so many multifaceted ways. I just think tapping into your femininity is also about knowing all parts of yourself and when they're appropriate to use and how much of them you should use. So keeping them in check when they're not appropriate, but also use them when they are in your benefit. So Aaliyah was amazing at that. She was this contradictory person, and that made her interesting, and that made her so, attractive to so many people. So being able to tap into this and understand that psychology, I think is going to really, really benefit you and make you more attractive as a person. So, and another thing that I think is one of the best, probably my favorite parts about Aaliyah, is her empathetic and considerate side. She was very empathetic to everyone. She was so devoted her time so much to her fans, people in need, and she was just an all-around very, very considerate person from the things that I read about her. And being able to really value this in a person is such a great thing. Because when you're considerate and you care about other people, you're going to receive that back in some way from the world. I really truly believe that. No matter how cliche it sounds, I do think that the energy we put out there, it comes back to us. So if we put out this negative energy, it's going to come back. But if you are considerate and you try to care for people, you try to be empathetic to people and understand that certain people are just extremely sad, and that's why they put out this negative energy. You understand this and you take it as, I want to be kind to somebody just to be kind, and I don't need to get anything back from it. Having this type of energy just makes you automatically magnetic to people, because in a world where being miserable is so I don't know, I think being miserable is so popular these days, and complaining and being sad, but it's just like we all have rights to feel these feelings. Of course, life is not perfect, but aiming to find the magic in everything and aiming to be kind when you don't need to be kind, and not expecting something in return, it makes the biggest difference. When I look at the most influential people in my life personally, it was also always the ones that showed me kindness without me ever feeling like I deserved it or asked for it. Showing just any type of kindness was one of the most beautiful things that I experienced. So being able to give that to somebody else is such a beautiful thing to do. So I always encourage people to be considerate, be kind when you can be kind, and try your best to just be a good person on this planet, because we need more of them. And I think Aaliyah really valued that as well as a person. She really valued being sympathetic to other people, caring for her fans, making sure they're all happy, because if she didn't, her fan base would not be as strong as it is today. So it speaks a lot to her legacy, and I think we should all cherish these points. So I do think that keeping all of these parts of yourself, taking all of these traits that Aaliyah had, I think we can all achieve the feminine part in ourselves and make it more stronger. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making Aaliyah. She is an interesting and beautiful person to cover. If there's any other suggestions, let me know. I do have a list because a lot of you guys have given me a great suggestions, so I'm on the way to make them as well, those videos. And with that being said, let me know what you thought of this video in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share as well. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!